live button. Let's go. So I think we are live now. Testing, testing, testing. Let's see if we get any confirmation from YouTube that people are there now. I at least see that the connection should be good. Is it working?
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the live stream.
Perfect. Then welcome everybody to the October edition of the Evertale Top 10 SSRs for Arena. We have a few people already here on the server. Oh, I see. I think I hear myself from the stream. Or do you have it running?
I have it running and like on my PC, and I'm on Discord. So
I
I'm
got
just
it.
gonna just leave.
Yes, perfect. Okay, great. That means it's working.
There's a lag. So I was like, you know.
Yeah, it sounded like
Yeah.
some other man is talking, but it was myself. Okay, perfect. Then we are ready, I think. We have a good group here already. We have Archie, IC, Jason, and Star and Tsarik already in the Discord voice chat, and hopefully already some people on YouTube. I can see Archie already posted a first comment, so that is great. We know that that works now as well. And yeah, I think we can get started very soon. I mean, maybe before we kick off and show any reveals, I mean, I'm gonna reveal the number 28, just a little fun fact. But in general, maybe a question to the group about the new SSRs. Will we see any of these newer SSRs joining the top 10? I mean, since the last time, I think possible candidates are Storm Clarice and Angel Jeanne and Himiko. Kaguya, unfortunately, not in time for the data, so she will definitely not make it into the top 10 of this time, but we have 3 possible candidates, maybe. What are you guys' thoughts?
You didn't ask about Himiko?
Yeah, I didn't ask about Himiko because it's too early. It was just a few days out, so I'm not, the bonus question for Himiko will come next time. So, yeah.
Okay.
But she's still, I mean, she's already in the rankings at some spot. She has, I mean, just a few days out, but that doesn't mean that she can't make it possibly into the top 10. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Will we see any of these newer units in the top 10? I think from the bets for Angel Jeanne and Storm Clarice, quite a few people actually see her going into the top 10. What are you guys' thoughts?
I see Storm Clarice making it into top 10, but not Angel Jeanne. I mean, since she's a stealth, and stealth was kind of dying out.
True, stealth is really,
make it top 10.
They're really trying to bring stealth back now with the Angel Jeanne release, with the Kaguya release. But yeah, stealth really seems like still in a bit of a rough spot, just considering that Cinderella last time was still the number 1. So you're gonna encounter her eventually, I would say. Yeah. So Storm Clarice, I mean, of course with the Fatal Frenzy, an extremely powerful skill. Once she's getting her first skill, it's really a really great unit. So good potential there for a top 10 position, of course. Then who else do we have? I see. What are your thoughts?
I'm thinking people with Kaguya's release, people are like, "Oh, I should have pulled for Aging."
Oh yeah. Because of that combo, yeah, exactly. That's true. They have some really nice synergies there. So yeah. So, but does that mean you think Angel Jeanne also skipped by too many people to get into the top 10, or?
Yeah, that's what my thought is.
Yeah, I can see that. That's definitely a possibility there. All right, and then maybe.
But I FA'd her.
Yeah.
I FA'd her because she was cute. She was cute.
Yes, she's cute. I mean, it is a bit unfortunate that she's kind of the first Jeanne which doesn't really have Michaela on the battlefield, right? Except for that survivor's animation. So that's a bit of a bummer, I think. But other than that, yeah, Angel Jeanne, of course, very powerful stealth unit. After Kaguya is out now, I mean, it's really a question who is now the strongest stealth units. Maybe it's Kaguya, maybe it's Angel Jeanne because of her more stealthy skill set and the attack too. Yeah. All right. Jason, do you have any thoughts? And we also have a Shout joining. Welcome in the voice chat. But yeah, Jason, do you have any thoughts on any of the new units going into the top 10 or maybe Star as well? Zaruk?
Kaguya is definitely pretty strong. I think she will overtake what's that? I forgot the name of
Angel
the units.
Angel
The
Jeanne?
one that also has the curse sleep. The
Oh.
one also has the curse sleep and is also weak
Oh,
to
oh, oh, Sleeping
fire.
Beauty, Sleeping Beauty.
Uh,
Oh, you think
yeah,
she will
yeah,
actually overtake? Wow,
yeah,
okay. Yeah, I mean, her skill set is
yeah.
definitely there.
If there's data, yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, Sleeping Beauty, as soon as she's burning or something, she's really completely done. Like she can only do her cursed sleep all strike or something, and then spread the fire. And at least Kaguya has some options to to still do something when she's encountering fire with that kind of moonlight skill and especially the kind of survivor skill. So if she's encountering burn, then it's not the end of the world, although it's still very debilitating, obviously. Yeah. But okay, Kaguya overtaking.
Yeah,
However,
well,
as I said,
I've had like
mhm,
I've had like experience where Sleeping Beauty actually waking my stuff that's already sleep fire units, so making them like making my guard, for example, like getting the
uh-huh.
50% damage reduction. Yeah,
Oh,
so
mhm,
sometimes Sleeping Beauty would be helping when I'm like when I'm using fire.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but then the color sleep, I think it's like stronger than the other sleep, normal sleeping units.
Yeah, fair enough. Except
Yeah,
against
so
burn, obviously, yeah. Against, but in general, yes,
yeah.
that is stronger. In the meantime, I already posted the number 28, which is Haku, actually, a support unit who's still keeping that kind of top 28 spot, um, basically being carried by the Americas and rest of Asia in terms of regional rankings. And I think Star also butted in here with a little comment. She's thinking Angel Jeanne makes it to the top 10 because she's pretty and kicked her butt. Yeah, I mean, it's Angel Jeanne definitely can be very annoying and hard to kill. And of course, that kind of combo of the survivor's skill and her stealth skill can dish out a really big amount of damage in a very short amount of time. So this is definitely something to watch out for. But yeah, I are any of you guys still using Haku?
Nope, I'm not using her. I was planning to get her when I first created my sleep team, but by the time her rerun came around, they had already released some more powerful sleep units, so I decided to just
Mm,
keep her altogether.
right. Yeah, yeah, that's fair. I
I
mean,
was using
Haku.
Haiku before July, before the newer band units,
Hmm.
Hology and the other one was released. But
Yeah.
that unfortunately did not synergize really well with burn because when it's like try to remove the sleep, it also does not apply burns.
Mm,
So
true.
yeah, it's probably better in like other teams. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe like water team or a storm team.
I mean, the problem with Haku nowadays, I think, is that she's really that kind of pure support unit, not really damage dealing or anything, and she's also not really spirit producing all that much. We have a lot more self-sustaining stuff now, units now that are just on a different level. So I think Haku is being left behind. Although I mean, she has maybe a bit more endurance than some other units, some DPS that are falling off faster. We have Earthbody in the chat. We have Axel joining the voice chat now. Welcome, Axel. Glad you could make it in the morning. Um,
Hey, how
maybe
you guys doing?
great, great, great. Great that you are joining us. We are live on YouTube as well, and we are just getting started. Maybe you have some thoughts on who of the newer units will break into the top 10, possibly?
Um, well, I do think that Clarice, new Clarice, should
Oh
be.
yeah,
She's
Storm
very great.
Clarice. Yeah, we already had that guess from Archie as well. So let's see. I mean, Storm Clarice is definitely strong, but we have so many strong releases now, so it's really, I feel like it's really getting hard to tell where these new units will land initially and subsequently. We have a little comment from Oshard as well, who's saving SS currently at 15,000. That is absolutely the right way. Continue saving so you can get the 30k fountain. And yeah, Short, actually very good comment. Himiko, definitely a very, very strong unit, a very versatile skill set, and absolutely great against sleep as well in terms of these kind of purification side effects. So definitely someone to keep in mind here as well. She was only out a few days when I collected this data. However, that doesn't mean she will necessarily be held back because I am correcting for how old a unit basically is in the rankings. So yeah, a lot of stuff to like, I think, about Himiko. Her basically getting that kind of turn automatically, so she's semi stun immune because she's just gonna get the turn away, again anyways, and then the kind of self purify on that turn as well as the purification of every unit after she gets a kill. So a lot of things to like about Himiko for sure. So yeah, I think that's a good intro. So we have a lot of units that possibly join the top 10. Now thinking about who or which unit will actually be number 10. What are your guys' guesses?
My guess would be Water Alice.
Water Alice, okay, yeah.
I think she'll keep the top 10 spot.
Yeah. I think last time she was number 10, right? So Water Alice, a good guess there as well. Any other guesses from you guys?
Commander Astrid.
Oh, Commander Astrid, yeah, good guess actually. We could see her drop a little bit. I mean, they are really trying to push different kind of team compositions. And also keep in mind that this is before the Kaguya release, which actually may help Commander Astrid again, but this data was collected before that. So yeah, good guess.
Yeah, fire is getting a little bit weakened since more weakened since September. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's definitely expected like a little bit drop on command method.
maybe we will get a fire Jeanne or something soon to lift Burn up again into the meta.
But also like so
Is it just me
maybe
or is Jason breaking up a little bit? Maybe it's my connection, but
Jason's
Yeah,
breaking
there's
up.
some breaking up.
Jason, I couldn't quite catch you
sorry.
there.
Yeah, it's
I think
now
working.
is it better?
Yeah. Better again. Sorry, what were you
Yeah.
saying?
Oh, right. Yeah, so because like I was saying, like fires could defend pretty well against stun. So the release of Himiku could probably help it a little bit.
True, yeah. Himiko is also a bit weak against burn as well. Actually, we see a lot of units now coming out who are weak against burn. And Tarek also mentioned it in the chat with Kaguya's weakness to burn. Everything actually going into the right direction for burn, which is interesting to see because she's still not, well, it's not that visible in the data that burn is actually all that relevant, unfortunately. But let's see where each of these units land. Any other guesses for number 10? Oh yeah, we had the
Water
release of
Alice. That's
Bright Lancelot. Oh, also Water Alice from UIC.
yes.
Well, actually, I'm gonna give a little hint
I'd say
because
Ludmilla&Clarice.
curious. Yeah. It is actually a water unit at number 10, but it's not Water Alice. So maybe this helps you to find out.
Ludmilla&Clarice.
Ooh, okay.
No, Bride. Yeah, Bride
No,
Lamilla.
yeah. I'm saying
Bright
Bride
Ludmilla,
Ludmilla as
yeah.
well.
Okay, we
Yeah,
have.
Brad the Miller.
Okay, wait. So we have, I think Archie, IC, Jason, and Tarek saying Bridlet Miller, and I think Axel, you said Ludmilla and Clarice, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is one of these two units, Aqua Woman. Yes, it's either Aqua Woman or Women. So it's maybe two women or one woman. Plot twist grandson. Oh man, that would be actually cool if we have someday maybe a new grandson that rises into the meta. But I wouldn't hold my breath for now. I am going to reveal the number 10 in between because we got the right guess already. And so here we go. Actually, the odd one out was correct. Axel, very good job.
Nice.
Ludmilla and Clarice actually dropping further. So they are only top 10 now, just inside the number 10 spot. Losing another 500,000 true power, yes. Really not doing
good
well.
I didn't vote
Why
for
are they
them.
dropping so much though?
What are you saying,
Isn't
Archie?
this the second time in a row? Isn't this the second time in a row
Yeah,
they
yeah,
fell by
yeah.
multiple ranks?
She dropped a huge amount, yeah. Last round. But this time a little bit again. I mean, she was SSS tier in the summer, and now she's barely in the top 10. So definitely, okay, Tarek giving into peer pressure here. Well, yeah, everybody definitely needs to guess for themselves. Everything is possible in these rankings. And I think this will be also
Power
visible.
creep. Power creep.
What are you saying? I see.
Power creep. That's how it is.
Oh yeah, the power creep is real for 100% correct there. And speaking of which, I think we will see a little something that at least surprised me to see at number 9. What do you guys think? I mean, maybe you can think about it a little bit. Maybe just a little comment on Ludmilla and Clarice going down. We do see a lot of kind of slight sleep nerfs coming in, and Kaguya, for example, with that kind of knockout passive skill set, the Lunar Knockout, is already combining a lot of good things about Ludmilla and Clarice and having a lot of other good things going for her as well. And yeah, something like Storm Clarice probably not a good thing for Ludmilla and Clarice, especially because of that kind of passive being ignored, even if she's a deadly guard, and the elemental disadvantage. So yeah, a lot of things that are not quite going well for Ludmilla and Clarice. However, as soon as we see a little pickup again from Burn, Ludmilla and Clarice could still continue to stay relevant and maybe still be in the top 10 for a bit longer. Okay, we have a few little comments here. I think Sarek, if she doesn't get a kill with an instant nightmare, she's left with new big damage move stats. Correct. Yeah, we have a little bit more variety in the other units in terms of how they can deal damage and not be too dependent on getting a kill first. So yeah, that is right. Okay, do you guys have any ideas about number 9, which, as I said, is gonna be possibly a bit of a surprise?
Okay.
Storm
Who's
Clarice.
oh Storm Clarice. So a new unit.
Good for Bright Ludmilla.
We have Bright Ludmilla. Okay, we have Angel Jeanne.
I
Okay,
have Commander
Nobunaga
Astrid.
and Gigarolosha. Commander Astrid. Okay, Archie going with Commander Astrid. Which would still be a little drop for Commander Astrid. I think number 8 before. And okay, a lot of variety here in the guesses. I'm already gonna say that the right unit wasn't
Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, Sleeping Beauty. Okay, that would be a drop, but sure, we could see that.
Oh no, better not be.
Better not be who?
Oh,
Oh,
wait a
Sleeping Beauty,
minute.
you mean?
Yes.
Yeah,
That
let's
means I
see.
messed up on my bet.
Oh, right. Still have to keep the bets in mind, of course. Oh, Yamato is making a good point as well. I mean, with more and more SSRs actually going for these kills and trying to get kills, they are taking away kills from each other, which sometimes is not so great if there's a great deadly skill set behind it. Okay, but we still haven't heard the number 9 actually. So Sleeping Beauty is not the number
All right.
9,
So,
and also
okay.
the other
I would
ones.
say King Arthur.
King Arthur.
King
Wow.
Arthur.
Okay.
No. No.
That is a very very how do I say this? A very brave bet because pretty much everybody I think bet on King
I
Arthur
mean,
actually gaining true power, but it's possible. I mean, I said it before. I am surprised by the number 9, so King Arthur would definitely be a surprise, right, Archie? That's probably your thinking there.
yeah. And also, I didn't even expect her to reach number 5 in the first place.
Oh, okay.
I think she only gained that spot because of her passive that says she has to be in the top, the opening units.
Yeah.
So I think once that goes away, she'll just fall very hard.
I mean, you could argue that she's the one of the very best opening units right now, but yeah, I agree that eventually, when there's more strong units coming out, the decline of King Arthur might be steep, just because of that really focused skill set on being at dawn. But let's see. It's also not King Arthur and not Storm Clarice and not Cinderella Tsarek. So we're still guessing. Um, do you guys have any other ideas left?
Maybe someone
Right,
that
Lancelot?
fell from top 10 climb back up.
Okay. Well, I can say, okay, I'm gonna give.
What's the 11 to 15 in the rankings?
Wait, who is number 15, or what are you saying? Sorry.
Like who's number 11 to 15 in the rankings?
Oh,
Maybe one of them
wasn't.
would climb back up.
Oh, who was in the rankings? Wait, let me quickly check that. I think we saw that before. I think Star posted this. Yeah, there we go. So, I think number 11 was Bright Snow White, number 12 Gigarolosha, number 13 Bright Astrid, and number 14 Nobunaga. So yeah,
Not
we have
Nobu.
not Nobu.
Definitely not Nobu.
I mean, Nobu, I think also not with the
Maybe
second
Bright
run, right?
Astrid.
Bright Astrid, okay, yeah. I mean,
Did someone
guards.
already say Bright Snow White?
No, Bright Snow White was not being mentioned yet, so that's also a possibility.
Okay, yeah,
We
that's
also,
so. Yeah, I'll go with Bright Snow White.
We also have Lavant going with Angel Jeanne, so a new unit, guess. Very interesting stuff from everybody. And I'm just reading up quickly on the YouTube chat. We have Fire Vision saying hello, and Din and Dal guessing Dark Jeanne as well. Don Clutch saying Cindy will lose points.
Backyard birthday.
What do you say, I see?
No, that was just something playing in the background.
Oh, got it.
Just ignore that. I keep getting ads in between
Oh,
on the channel, so I'm like,
ooh,
crap.
I don't know how that actually works. I'm not aware. But thanks for watching the ad. And we have Danish Daryl Habib saying, can we request a video idea? New sub here. Welcome to the channel. Of course, you can request a video idea at any point. We even have a video idea channel on Discord. And we have Chironix going with Water Alice. That's also a solid guess, I think. However, it is interesting because we had so many names now at this point, and we still haven't heard number 9. I'm going to reveal it now. And number 9 is actually Himiko.
Wow.
So, yeah,
wow.
that's why I said it's very surprising. I mean, she was only out for like 3 days or something when I captured this data, but already 25% of the top teams were using her at that point in time. And that pushes her up quite a bit already to 5.8 million power. Yeah, I think a shout. Did you mention her for number 9 or number 10? Maybe I missed it. Sorry about that. But well done if you already got her. Himiko at number 9, joining the top 10 here. And I mean, just a really great unit. However, of course, this is a very preliminary view. So that's why I also didn't ask in the bonus question about which rank she will get. I mean, next time it will be very interesting. Will she keep the top 10 spot? Will she rise further? A lot of open questions in regards to Himiko, but a very good start for sure. And so, yeah, super quick start. Agree, Vaninoko on YouTube. That is a very fast start in terms of already collecting true power. Looking very good for Himiko. Let's see how she develops in the future. Lot of potential here. In Himiko, this kind of storm unit. I mean, we talked about her a little bit before. A lot of things to like. The kind of self-purification, the automatic one is a really good sleep counter. She can really spread some stun as well, counter some of the guard meta we see. And of course, she is also great even without stunned targets with that kind of time dominator skill. So a lot of good things going for Himiko. Of course, there is some RNG in terms of how if she survives with that kind of power of rise passive. But yeah, Himiko really great. I'm already starting to regret a little that I didn't pull her, to be honest.
She's in my plat 1.
Yeah, and you're on a good way rising through the rankings. So yeah, that makes sense. I see. Let's see where she.
I got her a 120, and she's in the plat 1. Just breaking.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good things to say about Himiko for sure. I'm really curious where she will go next. But yeah, it's really tough when I see Himiko in an arena battle facing her. I already know it's gonna be a hard time. But yeah, moving on to the number 8. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Storm Clarice.
Archie, what do you think?
Oh no, for the number 8 spot, I'll go with Storm Clarice.
Storm Clarice. Another new unit, possibly joining the top 10. I see. Well, I see. I said I see because I mean I saw this, but I see you can also say who you think number 8 is, of course.
I'm sticking with Storm Clarice.
Storm Clarice as well. Okay. Any other guesses?
I'm guessing Bride Ludmilla.
Okay, Tarek going with Bright Ludmilla.
New bunny.
Wait, sorry, repeat that.
The new bunny. What's her name?
Oh, you mean Kaguya? No, Kaguya. Sorry, I think you missed it at the start, but Kaguya is not included yet in the rankings, so Kaguya will not be there.
Okay.
She's too new still. So she will be there next month.
Well, he could be talking about the other bunnies.
The Fire Elmina? Are there any others except Fire Elmina? I mean, Fire Almina would be a huge rise, but I mean, given that
Oh
we
my
see
god.
Kaguya release and Sleeping Beauty, Fire Almina is of course an interesting counter against those two. All right. Any other
That was a joke, though.
guesses? Let's see. Yeah.
Commander Astrid retaining its place.
Oh, Commander Astrid. I mean, I still think she's an insanely good unit. I mean, if I would run any burn, really, I would get her myself, but I can just wait out. I have to wait out the kind of burn meta and hope for a poison meta eventually or something like that. A shot going with Cinderella. Wow, this would be absolutely an upset, but it is a possibility. Everything is there's a lot of movement, let's say, in the current meta. So who knows? It could happen. Any other guesses before I reveal it? Yeah, Tarek, I hope we see a poison meta eventually. I mean, there are a lot of units actually nowadays getting released that are kind of have a little kink in the armor against poison. So, I mean, yeah, we can see maybe with another strong release a rise there. And I mean, Angel Reset and King Arthur both decent, very decent poison units, of course. All right, I think we have Chironic still typing, so I'm just gonna wait for that if you wanna place any guess. And I think after that, I'm gonna reveal it in the Benin Ching. Oh, Brightlands. Brightlands also a good bet here. And I see is get attempted to get Angel Reset. I can't recommend her to be honest. I see as long as we don't see more strong poisons, because even I think she doesn't really even have all that much synergy with King Arthur, which is a bit surprising. We really do
Yeah.
need to see a bit of a poison push unit, like with Angel Jeanne for stealth and with Commander Astrid for burn and Storm Clarice, I think for stun and combo units, something like that for poison would be really nice. And Axel also
Yeah,
agreeing
that's
with
my
the blends. But we already had the correct guess. One of you guys got it right, and it is Zaruk who got it right that Bright Ludmilla is actually number 8, losing a bit of power here, but still top 6 in every region. So that is, I mean, she's still there. She's still 100% used. So every single top team is using her, and she's already 848 days old. So that is something you need to consider here. Really impressive from Bright Ludmilla.
She's getting the kick from Bride Lance.
Oh yeah, true. We any guard release is possibly demoting Bright Ludmilla a little bit, maybe moving her down in the turn order a little bit and losing some power. And plus, of course, you have to consider that there is a constant true power loss for the older units to account for power creep. So Bright Ludmilla really already passed her peak, but I mean, we had it many months before where Bright Ludmilla actually still was gaining a little bit of power and stuff like that. So you can never really count out Bright Ludmilla, to be honest. And yeah, Himiko counters Bright
Yeah,
Ludmilla 100%. Yeah.
I think Brad
The one
Ludmilla is the only
TRU
unit I
ability.
have seen people max multiple times.
Oh yeah. You mean she's the most consistently showing up unit?
No, as in, I mean, he's the only unit I've seen that is completely max, as in like full mastery, full potential, full
Got
level,
it. So
fully
basically at
ascended,
10
full
million.
boost.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's at 10 million. I see that a lot with her.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she's still at 100% guards. Guards never really go fully out of fashion, although, I mean, Earth Anya is not doing too well right now. But other than that, yeah, this is still great. Are we talking about which banners are
100
top 10
TRU
released
immunity is
units?
still quite strong. Like given like the Brad Lancelot 150 TU like immune to status effects, but then
Mhm.
the Yeah, the Bride Lumilla's 100 TU immunity is quite strong, given it's like a unit released 2 years ago.
Exactly. It's really, I mean, it can't be overstated that she's really basically nearly 2.5 years old at this point and still going strong. I think she's by far the only unit from 2021 who is still in the top 10 at this point. So really a lot of props here for Bright Miller. And a short for your question, we are talking about every single unit in Evertale, every single SSR except for Kalguya here for the rankings. So not just the ones that are having any banners. This is a holistic view, so to speak. But yeah, moving on already. We are rising and rising. We are going to number 7 already. What are you guys' picks for number 7?
I'm going with Storm Clarice again. I really think she's in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean Storm Clarice undoubtedly strong skill sets. The only thing about Storm Clarice that is possibly holding her back a little, and I mentioned this in my review video, I think, is that kind of in which teams currently you really put her to shine. You really want her to get kills, but with some of these other units, she might not work really well. So, for example, she can't be used in burn teams, of course. And for example, someone like King Arthur has a little bit more. It's a little bit easier to combine her with some of the other teams that we usually see in Platoon 1. So Storm Clarice might be held back a little bit by not being used that much in Platoon 1s. That's just a theory that I have. But maybe it will still be enough for the top 10 because, yeah, personally, I think Storm Clarice is absolutely an absolutely insane unit. Maybe top 5 she would be for my team personally. But yeah, this is about the data, of course. So number 7 pick for Archie is Storm Clarice. Any other picks from you guys?
Bride Lancelot.
Bright Lancelot, okay. We have Wallace pick from IC. A few people typing here. And oh, Chironix going with King Arthur. That would be 2 spots down. Just based on the bets, that would be a bit of a surprise, of course. A shout also going with King Arthur, because Hail the King. Well, I mean, Hail to the King would mean her rising a bit, right? Sleeping Beauty for number 7. Interesting pick there as well. She ain't no
Storm
king.
Jeanne.
Storm Jeanne. Okay, well, yeah, we could see Storm Jeanne drop a little bit again. I mean, last
Yeah,
time she had a
well,
surprising.
yeah,
Yeah, sorry, go on, Jason.
yeah, with like some characters that is like ignoring the immunities. I think Storm Jeanne could go a little bit down.
True. I mean, there are more and more skills now that can actually delete 2 units, or possibly, someone like Storm Michaela when Storm Jeanne is already gone. So yeah, that is not gonna help Storm Jeanne. That is fair to say. And yeah, I think I'm gonna reveal it already. I think we don't have any other bets. Yes, the overpower mechanic, exactly. So basically, Storm Michaela not being unkillable anymore is quite a big deal. Although I do have to say that because of that, sometimes she does get focused, but Storm Jeanne is still alive, and then this is a bit of a waste of a Regal Eclipse, for example, from King Arthur. So while it is harder for her to stay alive, possibly she might draw some heat from other units that would otherwise be permanently deleted. So yeah, definitely some 2 sides of a coin here, I would say. And we actually do see a Storm unit at number 7, and it is Bright Lancelot. It's not Storm Clarice, it's not Storm Jeanne, it is Bright Lancelot, who is rising further, 600,000 power gain, and she's already top 10 in the Americas and in Japan. So good stuff there from Bright Lancelot, despite King Arthur being released right after her, who is a very good counter against her, I have to say, with that kind of super poison and of course the regal eclipse as well. So yeah, Bright Lancelot rising and stunning on the battlefield a lot with every second hit that she gets dealt. Yeah, Bright Lancelot. Any thoughts on that, guys?
1 out of 4. Got 1 out of 4.
Oh, in terms of your bets, yes.
Well, actually,
Bright
I
Lancelot
thought
was
she was
good.
going to be a little bit higher. She was kind
Oh,
of
okay.
good.
So you're actually a bit disappointed in her rise. Thought maybe going top 6, top 5 there.
Yeah, but I think she was my sixth one.
Tariq saying she
Oh,
will.
I'm just glad I bet on her.
Sorry, what did you say?
I'm just glad that I bet on her.
Yes, that was a good pick, Bright Lancelot, but we still have some more units to go that actually gained true power. So let's see where everybody is at the end of the top 10 reveal. Speaking of that, we do look at number 6 next. So who could it be? I think already put down Water Alice and Tariq going with Storm Clarice, Lavant going with King Arthur.
King Arthur for me as well.
Short going King Arthur. Axel going with King Arthur. Or was it Archie? Sorry. I think Archie, right?
RK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So King Arthur from Archie. We have Kara saying now Ludmilla&Clarice, who actually are already number 10. I think, Kara, you missed it. But yeah, unfortunately, she already dropped a little bit. We have Dinendal from YouTube saying Sleeping Beauty, aka Talia, for number 6. Also a possibility for sure.
Oh, Caramel.
Yeah, he's in the YouTube chat, not here, I think in the Discord right now, but glad we have
Yeah.
Kara join after all that time. Also one of the first ones who were joining these events when I started them 2 years ago. And yeah, we have a lot of different bets here. And we actually already heard one of the correct ones. So let's see if anybody is going to add anything. Let's see what Tariq Starbucks SP. Okay, let's see. This will be good for one of you guys who got the correct bet and also the correct guess right now in the chat. I think a few people actually bet on her. We see quite the rise, and I think it's interesting to see her that high now. We have Water Alice at number 6. So going up from from number 10 to number 6 now. Really quite something there. 66% of the top teams using her. After 3 months, she is number 7 in Japan and number 6 in Europe. So yeah, Water Alice, actually after stagnating, I think last time a little bit, did get another push with her magical star shower skill. That's really quite good. And I mean, to be honest, she is quite hard to kill sometimes. Although you have to say Storm Clarice could be a good counter against her. But the question at this point is probably, do we still see Storm Clarice showing up in the top 5, or is she actually outside of the top 10? So yeah, Water Alice actually rising there. And I mean, she did have her rerun, so maybe that helped her, but she did lose the first banner boost through to that, of course. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's probably fair to have her there. And I mean, Morphe being an indestructible guard is still nice because we only have really 2 units right now who can ignore that. And even if they ignore it on Morphe, then this is kind of a waste because Morphe is such a, well, not the most, not the best unit after using the permanent guard and then only purify healing all the time. So yeah, I think there can an argument can be made there for Water Alice rising further to number 6 now. Any other thoughts from you
Yeah, I
guys on
think
Water
she
Alice? Yeah, Archie?
definitely has her use. I have her in my team. She's in the fifth spot. She does her job well.
Hmm.
The only complaint I would have is that I still see every so often he uses summon Morphe on an immovable unit.
Oh, okay, yeah. That kind of bug that they didn't fix. Yeah, that's really unfortunate because the problem compared to someone like Storm Michaela, of course, is that Morphe cannot revive Water Alice, and that was also, I think, one of the main problems that I saw with her in my review, which I think I put her into the SS tier because of that, and not the SSS tier. And speaking of that, I mean, we will see now a big jump in true power. This is actually, I think, the biggest gap that I ever saw in the top 10. So the next 5 units are actually kind of leagues above the other units that we had so far. Um, there's just a really big jump now, guys. Just so you know, and
I think
we are.
that's 2 million.
Yes, it's nearly 2 million jump. You're right. So the next unit is actually
Oh,
around 8.5 million true power after Water Alice
geez.
being 6.5 million. So
She
yeah,
needs her to be a unit I bet on.
what are you saying, Archie?
I said that unit would probably have the biggest return on investment.
Hmm. Yeah,
As
true.
in,
There's
they,
some
they'll
big
yeah.
there's some big returns for sure. By the way, we do have Edsonix saying hi on YouTube, a fellow Evertale YouTuber. Glad you can join us. And we also have Vaninoko saying, if Wallace is number 6, does this mean there is no other fire unit in the top 10? Which, yes, honestly, it looks like it. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but it is quite unlikely that we see Commander Astrid rise significantly in true power. So it may be again the case that there is no burn unit in the top 10 anymore, which was also the case, I think, before Bright Astrid was released 1.5 years ago, and then in between some time because burn was just so weak without Commander Astrid. So yeah, currently it does look like we are not going to see a burn unit in the top 10. But speaking of the top 5 now, who could be? What
Like
are you guys?
Anya,
Light Anya. I can see that. I mean, Light Anya, to be fair, she got a little, possibly a little struggle with somebody like King Arthur or somebody like Himiko. Things like that might actually hurt her in terms of her guarding capabilities. But let's see. Axel still going with Storm Clarice for top 5. Okay. Axel, if you're saying Storm Clarice number 5 and also
So
Tsaruk, which unit
I'm
of the
going with
previous
King
top
Arthur.
5? Oh, Archie's going with King Arthur. Okay. But a question to Axel and Saruk, if they are saying Storm Clarice, who of the previous top 5 is going to drop out of the top 10 then? Edsonix is also going with Storm Clarice.
I'd go for definitely Super Beauty or
Sorry.
Jeanne.
Oh, Storm Jean dropping from the top
Uh,
10. Okay. I could see that. We have Vaninoko on YouTube actually saying swimsuit Dark Jean for number 5. So that would also be another new unit pick here for the number 5, still rising into the top 5 potentially. She does have a strong skill set, as we discussed. Someone who rises up a lot. Well, not necessarily. We do see a big jump in power, but it could be somebody who rose a lot in power or who gained some power, but it could also be somebody from the previous top units who lost some power here at number 5. A short is going with Sunkissed Elmina. Wait, who is Sunkissed Elmina?
That's
Oh, the
the
water
water.
Elmina, right? Oh, well, I'm not sure if I think she was never really relevant in, in Evertale 2.0, unfortunately. But yeah, when she came out, I think 3 years ago in summer 2020, yeah, summer 2020, then she was She was a very good unit, yeah. And then we have Chironix going for Sleeping Beauty. Zarek also going Sleeping Beauty. Etzonix changing his bet to Sleeping Beauty. And we have Lavant, who is going for King Arthur. And Etzonix also adding Water Snow White, which would be a re-rise. I mean, we do see a little bit of a stealth boost due to Angel Jeanne potentially, and Sleep still being relevant, but Water Snow White, of course, having a hard time nowadays in terms of survivability, because oftentimes she does get one shot. The counter skin is really not what it was 1 year ago. And given that we already heard the right answer from one or more people here in the chat, I am going to reveal the number 5, and it is the best Earth unit in the game. And that is, of course, Sleeping Beauty, although Kaguya is now challenging that kind of proposition. Maybe I'll take that back a little bit. Keep in mind that she still gained nearly 1 million true power, so she might have lost a rank, but this is a huge push for her, actually. 93% of the top teams are now using Sleeping Beauty. And so, yeah, despite that kind of burn weakness, people are still loving her, especially in the Americas, where she's number 2 in the rankings. And the only region where she's not really in the top 4 is Europe, where burn is more prevalent. And yeah, but yeah, Kaguya, of course, another strong Earth Cursed Sleep unit. Let's see how she will do. And yeah, let's see. Kara also said Sleeping Beauty 5th, so very well done. And yeah, that is number 5. And you guys saw the big jump there, right? We have 6.5 million true power Water Alice, and then 8.5 for Sleeping Beauty, which is really on a different level. So yeah, maybe you guys can already have a bit of an intuition as to what tier Sleeping Beauty will go to in the next tier list, but I'm not gonna spoil it yet. Let's go for number 4, and Axel is still going for Storm Clarice, not giving up on this new Fatal Frenzy unit. At number 4, we have IC going with Storm Jeanne. We have a Shout and Charonix at King Arthur bets. Okay. And
Yeah,
King
true.
Arthur again for me as well.
Sorry, say that again? Not everybody seems to be convinced of Cinderella at number 4. We already have 4 laughing reactions there. And I think the stream is struggling a bit right now, the YouTube stream. Hoping the connection will be better again. I think lost some people for a bit there. But yeah, and we have Solution now in the voice chat as well. Welcome. And yeah, who else could be number 4? I think everybody already place the bets that we usually have here?
That's a good question.
Oh, Jason didn't place it yet.
Yeah. Is the second rerun of the Cinderella counted in the data?
No, it's not. Cinderella.
All right. Also, I'm going for King Arthur.
Okay, King Arthur. Got it. And we do see Lavant going for Light Anya. So a lot of different bets here. A lot of possibilities, and it is quite a tight race, to be honest, because the number 3 is not quite a lot above that number 4. There's a little bit in between. And one of you was already correct in their bet. Let's see who it is. One of us.
One of us. So
I mean,
so
Light
that
Anya
means
is
not King
possible.
Yes, it's not King Arthur among us. It is actually Light Anya. And she is down 1 rank, but she's also gaining power. And that is, I think it's a big surprise, honestly. She gained another 800,000 true power, which is just really, really
What is
good.
going on this month?
Yep.
This month is crazy.
Yeah. Well,
Ooh.
yeah, she's rising a lot. Guys, give me 10 seconds. I'm trying to fix the internet connection here a little bit. I'll be right back.
Sure. Ooh.
Okay, I hope I didn't miss too much. Okay, Lanya getting dethroned? Well, not necessarily. I mean, she's probably, except if we see a big upset, she's probably still the best card in terms of the ranking in the game. So honestly, Light Anya still going strong here. We have a dark horse. Yeah, we have a few bets on Light Anya actually. But you're right. I think Light Anya might actually be the bet that paid off the most. Let me just quickly check who bet on Light Anya. We have T-shirt betting on Light Anya. We have LOL is real, Keynes, and Zaruk also placed the bet on Light Anya. So congratulations for Zaruk, and also Star is getting some good return. And Jason as well. Jason also put some bet on Light Anya. So yeah, those people are having some good returns on their bets. Congratulations. And yeah, so let's see. Finally, already 260 days. Feels like just half a year. Yeah, agree, Jason. And a short is gonna lose it if it ain't King Arthur now. We are already looking forward to the number 3 spot. And yeah, Edsonix is saying it. King Arthur with that kind of ignore, hold ground plus skill, or rather with the kind of regal eclipse, which just really takes out a unit independent if she's behind a guard or whatever, is something crazy. So, okay, we have already a few people now putting in their bets in terms of the full top 3, what they're going to look like. So I think we have Zaruk going with Cindy, Stormchain, King Arthur. Oh, well, no, actually, Zaruk is saying Cindy, Stormchain, King Arthur, and Storm Clarice are possibilities for the top 3. And I think I see, if I got you right, you're saying Cindy number 1, King Arthur number 2, and Stormchain number 3, right?
Yes.
That is a possibility. A short is still going with King Arthur. Lavant is saying King Arthur. Edsonix is saying King Arthur. Zarek is saying King Arthur. A lot of King Arthur bets here for number 3.
Yeah, I don't think Storm Clarice made it, so I'll go with King Arthur as well.
Okay. Well, Edsonix is still saying possibly Storm Clarice, not giving up yet on Storm Clarice. Archie going with King Arthur though. Zarek saying S Clarice might be at number 11. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna reveal the top 14 right afterwards as well. But yeah, let's see. Any other bets? Did we miss anybody? I mean, Jason, I think, did you place a bet yet? I don't think so.
I'll say Cinderella for third place.
Okay. Cinderella for third place. That is a big bet, of course, but I mean, the way things are going, a lot of people are saying, okay, Cinderella is not as good anymore. I think on my Discord here as well, we have quite a few discussions now that her banner is up about how good she still is. But yeah, let's see what the data says, because we already got correct guess. I mean, now we really have a few options left, and I mean, I think Cinderella was already said, Stormchain was already said, King Arthur was already said, Storm Clarice was already said. So it is actually one of these 4, and it is somebody who is actually losing power, and that is
Ooh.
Stormchain. So congrats, IC, on the right guess there.
Yeah.
41,000 true power lost, not a huge amount, but it means that she's no longer in the top 2.
This is interesting.
I mean, to be fair, she's still number 1 in Europe. So, I mean, and top 4 in every single region, 98% usage. So Storm Jeanne isn't going anywhere anytime soon. But I mean, number 3 means currently, based on the data, 2 units are better or more universal than her. And okay, we're already going to the bets.
Are
Well,
you going to tell me that King Arthur took over Storm Jeanne?
oh, yeah. Let's see. Who is going to be
Oh,
number 1 now? Or maybe there's still a surprise waiting with Storm Clarice. Who knows? We will see it very shortly. A shout is saying King Arthur top 2. Well, we will see. What are you guys' bets for number 2? I think I see already picked King Arthur. Lavant saying King Arthur at number 1. Axel with Cindy at number 1. But we are still at number
To get
2.
Cinderella.
Okay, so
yes.
Jason is going with Cinderella and Lavant is as well. Axel going with King Arthur. Archie, what were you going to say?
Well, King Arthur, I've been going with her since number 5, so I might as well commit.
King Arthur, okay. Oh wait, did you say King Arthur? Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Number
King
2.
Arthur.
Got it. By the way, I just saw this, unfortunately a little late, from Vaninoko on YouTube, who also guessed Storm Jeanne at number 3, so well done. And now we are looking forward to number 2. It seems there's a big split in the crowd. A few people are saying Cinderella, a few people are saying King Arthur, and there is a bit of a duality in that. We have a light unit, we have a dark unit. Everybody else falling to their knees, but who will be king at the end of the rankings? Let's see. For now, I'm just going to reveal the number 2 of the SSR World Rankings for October. And that is it a queen or is it a king? It is. It is King Arthur.
Yes.
Zarek going
Oh,
with
Finally.
yes.
King
Look
Jesus.
at that
Arthur.
Paul Jane. God. 2.2 million.
Yes, huge rise for King Arthur. Already number 1 in Japan,
Wow.
number 1 in rest of Asia.
Is that the largest rise in like the history from like a ranking to another ranking?
No, not necessarily, because I mean, King Arthur already was at 7 million true power. So I mean, depending on how you see it, sometimes we have newer units who join at like 1 million true power, and then in the next rankings they're at 5 million. So that is something, but it is one of the biggest rises for sure. I mean, 2.2 million true power is nothing to shake a stick at. And yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, as I said in the betting game a little bit, I updated the calculation methodology a little bit, and we basically got a little boost for units that are in the first platoons, because they are so much more important in the current meta, I feel like, than some unit in the fourth platoon. And King Arthur is being used in the first platoon a lot. She's just at 70% usage, but apparently, based on the calculations, she makes a big impact in the teams that are using her. And so King Arthur is the new number 2. And yeah, I mean, she has a lot of things going for her. And most importantly, maybe that she, even though she is kind of a poison unit, she can really be plug and played in many different teams. Like some top teams are combining her with burn units. Some top teams are combining her with sleep or cursed sleep. So there's a lot of possibilities to make King Arthur work well, I would say. And now, yeah, let's move on to the number 1, because we're already live for 1 hour. I hope the The live stream is still working all right on YouTube. I think we had a few connection drops, but Vaninoko is going with Cindy at 2. I just saw that, sorry, a little late. But now I suppose he's also going for number 1, Cinderella. People are going for Cinderella, it seems. A short going at Cinderella, Edsonic, Cinderella, Ashore, average person as well. Tarek probably gained or lost
Yeah,
power
to
by a
Cindy
small
as
amount.
well.
Archie going with Cindy as well. That is fair. And yeah, good point. I see she needs to be in Plat 1 basically. I mean, I think I saw 3 or 4 teams where King Arthur is not used in the first platoon. And yeah, that's really not something you want to do usually, I would say. And yeah, right now, probably King Arthur, the very best Platoon 1 unit. I would personally say this is not necessarily backed up by the data, but just my opinion at this point. However, of course, that means while currently it helps her a lot, someone like Cinderella or some other units can much longer be used even in Platoon 2 and 3 and 4 than somebody like King Arthur, I think. So yeah, that is something to keep in mind. But that being said, let's just release release number 1. Ashort is saying Cindy is gonna be Cindy. Does that make sense? Not really, but why not? Yeah, Cindy is just has been in a class of her own for a long time, but nowadays maybe falling off more than some people expect, or maybe the data doesn't or does reflect it already, but there is a lot of talk about if she is really actually still a great unit. So yeah, with that being said, let's look who number 1 is, and I'm gonna reveal it now. And we do see Commander
No
Astrid
way, no
actually
way,
at number
no
Oh,
11.
way.
there's no way. There's
Castrate!
no way.
You almost got me. But I'm used
Yes,
to it
Nice.
that's
now.
There's just
better.
I
no
I'm
way,
used to it
man.
now.
oh, I feel like this time I got a few more people with it. Commander Astrid, yes, at number 11, just outside of the top 10 now.
How?
There's just no way.
Seriously.
Yep,
Oh,
number
I forgot
11. I
it's
mean,
Europe.
still great. Yeah, in Europe, she's number 5. As I said before, in Europe, burn matter is still much more prevalent. And I mean, in Japan, she's still number 8, right? But Americas and rest of Asia, she's barely in the top 20 now. Let's see if Kaguya helps her a little bit, but right now, 68% usage. And yeah, a lot of new units out. So let's see how it develops in the future, right? At Sonics is already saying Kaguya, new Dark Jeanne, and Himiko, all units that might be possibly seen in the top 10 again in the next version. I mean, Himiko already at number 9, as we saw. And but now I'm gonna reveal the my heart skipped there for a few microseconds. Yeah, that I mean, honestly, Commander Astrid, I think if she wasn't as burn dependent, just looking at her skill set alone, I think it's still one of the very, very best skill set around. So many good things for her. So yeah, bit of sad thing now that we no longer have any burn unit in the top 10. So this is a bit reminiscent of the time before Commander Astrid was released. But yeah, let's see how it goes in the future. And speaking of future, let's see how it goes for this unit, for the actual number 1, which is still Cinderella, who gained 5,000
Oh my
true power.
god. Oh my god.
So barely anything. And I mean, one important thing to note here, I mean, she has 97% usage, but she's only number 1 in the Americas anymore. So in all the other regions, she's no longer the number 1. And in rest of Asia, she's actually only number 5 at this point. So there is a bit of a decline there. However, true power still up there with 9.4 million true power. And yeah, 1 million damage goes. Yes, the damage output from Cinderella, especially per time unit, is still something to consider. And so I think, yeah, still deserved to be at number 1. I mean, her banner is out right now. Still think, if you're a new player starting out, Cinderella is probably a very, very easy pick that will keep you happy for a very long time. And while it is correct that some people are saying that, if you are looking into the specifics, there's always units that do certain things better than Cinderella, but none of them are as universal as Cinderella. So so Cinderella can just really be plugged and played into any team really, and that keeps her up in the SSR World Rankings. She's too versatile. Yeah, exactly, Tarek. Very, very easy for her to do in a lot of different teams. Now I'm gonna reveal the top 14 if you guys want to see that. Or otherwise I can go straight to the betting results. What do you guys wanna see?
I want to see the top 14.
Got it.
See what happened to Angel
Let's
G
see
and
top
Storm Clarice.
14.
Yes, oh true. We have a few open questions, right? With Storm Clarice not showing up. Someone like Angel Jeanne also didn't show up. Bright Snow White, previous number 11, I think, also didn't show up. So we are going to show the top 14 now. And here we go. Angel Jeanne at 12, Giga Rolosha at 13, and Storm Clarice only made it to number 14, which was also very surprising to me, honestly. But yeah, she seems to be held back somehow. She's only at 46% usage. Compare that to the usage of King Arthur at 70%. Plus, Storm Clarice is being used in later platoons more often, which doesn't need to be something bad necessarily, but it means that people are having less trust in her actually moving the start of a battle, which makes sense a little bit because before she gets a kill, Storm Clarice isn't all that great of a unit, and getting a kill at the beginning with all the strong guards being around is not something that is super easy to do, right? So I can see some reasons here, but I do still expect her to rise, to continue to rise, and I do feel like she's, she in the long term, like really, really long term down the road, she's gonna be higher than King Arthur because she can be just used more easily in all kinds of positions. And yeah, Bright Astrid and Nobunaga no longer in the top 14. Good for pointing that out, Jason. And yeah, Kaguya will be very interesting to see, especially with these results hinting at Burn being on the decline. That might be a great opportunity for Kaguya to step in and really massacre all these top units. So yeah, a lot of things that we are going to see here, I think.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Uh-oh. Kaguya's here.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's the reaction from a few of these units, I think, which really have to look out. I mean, that kind of cursed sleep application is just so easy for Kaguya against any team that doesn't have any burning units. So yeah, Kaguya really somebody to watch out for, especially considering that Sleeping Beauty now is already in this kind of high true power range, which just shows you that she isn't really completely held back from being so vulnerable to burn. So Kaguya might not be held back either, right? However, Sleeping Beauty, of course, with that insane skill set, still quite a bit away from a number 1 position, and I don't think she can reach that ever because of that big burn weakness. Kaguya in the voice chat, don't talk trash about her. Sleep becomes eternal. Yeah, and Stealth Shield as well. Yes, this is helping her against burn possibly or poison, which are a bit of her weakness. So yeah, Kaguya is somebody who can be really, really strong. Really curious where she will land in the next edition. But before we wrap this up now, maybe let's have a quick look at who were the best betters this time. We have quite a few surprises in terms of the results. So maybe we also have a few surprises in terms of the betting winners. Let's just quickly look. I think we have some of the best bettors actually here with us today. But let's see. I'm just going to go quickly through the top 5 from this round. So this is not end result, but the best performance of this month. And that is number 5, Fenrir, also somebody from this server. Kareli Gauss at number 4, gaining 29%, just as Sergio Low does, who joined the betting game for the first time and has the 3rd best performance, partially because he bet Angel Jeanne at number 12 and got some bonus points from this. And number 2, we have Keynes rising by 34%. And number 1 is actually somebody we have here with us today, and that is Axel. Congratulations. Number 1, 44% gained with the bonus bet of Angel Jeanne hitting correctly. So congrats, Axel. I'm not sure if you're still with us. He might not be. he's still in the voice chat, but maybe he will only hear that later. But congratulations to Axel for the great performance.
Congratulations.
And now looking at the very best bettors overall, we have some movement there. And we're gonna go through the top 7. And at number 7, we have IC, who keeps her position. Congrats, IC, although I know you have higher ambitions than that, of course.
Yes, of course.
But you are gaining quite a good amount of points, so 24% plus. So your bets were all correct. The only one you missed is Light Anya, so 4 for 4. Congratulations. Good stuff there. And number 6, we have Keynes. I mean, he was number 2, so makes sense. We have Shadows, the best player in Europe, at number 5. At number 4, keeping the position is LOL is real. And then we have Archie at number 3. Congratulations, also keeping the number 3 spot, which is not easy to do. A lot of competition here at the top. Speaking of which, we have number 2, Thanatos, still, but not gaining all that much points this time. And number 1 is still T-shirt. However, there's some big news there. He is actually losing some power. This time was off with a few bets, like Ludmilla&Clarice, Bright Ludmilla, and Storm Jeanne. So the gap is closing a bit. If you guys recall, T-shirt was absolutely dominating in the last edition. Unfortunately, I don't have the graphs ready because we got some last minute results still. But as always, I will post them in the graph eventually. I think we have Destroyer here as well now, with a bit of background noises. I don't know, Destroyer, if you can hear us. But cool that you joined us for the last bit.
I'm late.
Oh yeah, slightly late. Everything has already been revealed. However, some good performance by you in the betting game again, I think. And of course, this can be rewatched on YouTube. We are still live there, I think. And Holad is saying King Arthur can't be number 1. She needs to kill. Well, let's see where she goes next time. Her trajectory is very, very strong. And yeah, average person is saying too early for the next SSR betting game, Destroyer. That is also right. So yeah, I think that is it for now. I think we revealed the best bettors. We revealed the top 14 with a few surprises. Now King Arthur already at number 2, Cinderella still keeping her number 1 spot, and some of the units dropping out of the top 10 that are interesting to see drop out. And yeah, a lot of strong risers actually. In Light Anya, Sleeping Beauty, Water Alice, Bright Lancelot all gained a lot of true power. Maybe one last little fun fact, which is not seen because I only posted the top 14. Of course, the top 28 will be posted on my channel soon, and the top 42 will be posted on YouTube. So have a look out for that. But at number 19, we have Earth Ossia, who is gaining a lot of true power as well. So she's benefiting there from the kind of Storm Clarice and Angel Jeanne release, which both help her skill set and quicken her and set her up for some good attack 2 skills. So yeah, Earth Ossia, the unit from, outside that is gaining a lot of power here compared to some others. She gained over 1 million true power as well, but only number 19 for now anyways. All right. Then I think there's nothing else left for me to say except thank you for joining. Honochi A plus. Last comment here from Hetzodix. Well, in my tier list, she's not A plus because I don't have an A plus tier technically. However, in my tier list, I think she's actually in B tier, so even lower than that. Honochi is down there just because. How do I say this? It's interesting that she's down there, but I mean compared to other strong unit releases in the last few months, she's just the weakest link, and she is really strictly for a burn team, which is difficult right now with all the burn units actually dropping this round. I mean, Nobunaga gained a little bit of true power actually. Sorry, is it again?
Honojimera might increase next month because of
Oh,
Kaguya.
true.
Because
Yes, the Kaguya Sleeping Beauty combo can really be disabled by somebody like Honochi. So maybe
Honoji is around. Yeah.
maybe she rises again. Yeah, right now she's at number 33. So yeah, a lot of potential here to rise back up again. And average person already predicting that Ludmilla and Clarice will actually say goodbye. So yeah, a lot of things will happen, I think, in the next edition, which will be very interesting
Except,
again. Yeah,
except that Konoji is like the only option to bypass some of the really strong guards to attack
true.
someone like Ludmilla and Clarice.
Yes, that's
Yep.
true. That's true.
So yeah, I think it's still got some juices.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
with Honochi. I mean, I think Honochi will see her second banner probably in November, and then we will probably see her have a little jump again, given the kind of Sleeping Beauty and Kaguya domination that I
Mm.
begin to expect looking at these results right now. So yeah, let's
Yeah.
see how that goes. But thank you a lot for joining. This went on a little longer than I actually expected here. I think we're already live for nearly 1.5 hours. But I hope you had a good time, everyone. Well, yeah, I think that's it for now. I'm going to stop the live stream now. Thanks a lot for watching on YouTube. And yeah, hopefully you can possibly join us next time if you are rewatching this and had missed the actual live stream. See you soon. And don't forget to like and subscribe to become a true carrot. Of course, I forgot to say that.